In the movies, to fuel their brains, zombies would simply, well, just eat brains. Now, I can't personally recommend this strategy, but I can recommend 5 specific brain-boosting nutrients that we humans can eat to help maintain a juicy and healthy brain throughout our lives. Now, keep in mind that as you watch this video, there is going to be some recurring foods that appear as recommendations throughout these various brain-healthy nutrients. However, consider these to be the all-stars in terms of brain-boosting foods. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you my top 3 recommended brain-boosting foods that will give you the easiest and, most importantly, tastiest bang for your buck. And with that said, let's now take a look at the first powerful brain-boosting nutrients, essential fats. Did you know that fat is so important for the health and function of your brain that your body actually generates various types to directly fuel and maintain the health of your brain? I wonder if it's happening right now. However, keep in mind that there are some fats that the body can't generate, even though they are essential for the proper function of the brain. And this is why we must eat them, and most likely the reason why they're classified as essential, as they can only enter your body from the food that you place upon your forks, spoons, knives, or perhaps chopsticks, ohashi in Japanese, because I'm good at that language. So make sure to chow down on plenty of these essential fats, which include your omega-3s and polyunsaturated fats. In food language, this would include flax, chia, hemp seeds, walnuts, grass-fed beef, fatty fish, and even good old leafy greens. Shocking, right? For more tasty examples of foods rich in essential fats or any of these other brain-healthy nutrients mentioned throughout the rest of this video, see the article linked in the description below, where I have shared with you plenty of tasty options. And now that you know what to eat to get these fats into your body, here are 2 essential tips to keep in mind while eating them. First, when eating plant-based foods containing these essential fats, add some coconut oil along with them if that works for you to help your body absorb them better. Second, when consuming healthy polyunsaturated oils like olive oil, for example, do not use them to cook at high temperatures, or at all, as these fats have a very delicate molecular structure and are extremely sensitive to heat. And unfortunately, when overheated, they quickly turn rancid and cause more harm than good, especially for your brain. But more on that later. But for now, just keep in mind it's best to drizzle them onto your food after cooking, or use them primarily as a tasty dressing. Bon appetit! Brain-healthy nutrient number 2, brain-healthy vitamins. Vitamins E, C, D, and the complex of B vitamins are all critical in supporting the health of your brain, as not only do these vitamins improve blood flow to your brain, which is essential for the delivery of oxygen and other critical nutrients up there, they also provide many other additional benefits. Oh, right. Now let me explain these benefits. 1. Vitamin B reduces high homocysteine levels. In case homocysteine isn't in your day-to-day vocab, allow me to fill you in so you can go share it with all of your friends. Homocysteine is an amino acid that can cause inflammation in the brain if it builds up too much within the body, which can lead to all sorts of fun things like increased symptoms of depression, dementia, and overall decreased mental performance. Fortunately, one of the best ways to keep homocysteine levels in balance is by loading up on your B vitamins. 2. Vitamin B helps your brain detox. Another way in which vitamin B supports the health of your brain is by activating what is known as methylation pathways. These are the exit routes in which your body uses to carry out toxic waste generated by the body and the brain. And don't you go on underestimating the power of these methylation pathways here, as when they're not functioning at their very best, toxins can't actually be released properly from the body or the brain, leading to an accumulation of, for lack of better words, brain sewage. 3. Vitamin E is the most powerful antioxidant for the brain. When it comes to reducing inflammation in the brain, who you gonna call? Vitamin E, of course. Sorry, couldn't resist. Not only is vitamin E one of the most powerful antioxidants for the brain, it's also a key nutrient to help protect your brain cells from one of the leading causes of brain degeneration, free radical damage. In fact, Tests have even revealed vitamin E to be more protective from free radical damage than several pharmaceuticals. Pills or sunflower seeds on my yogurt today? Now, here are a few of my favorite foods that are both rich in vitamin E and vitamin Bs. Sunflower seeds, walnuts, spinach, asparagus, eggs, chicken, and fish. Brain healthy nutrient number 3, choline. Acetylcholine is the most important chemical in the brain to support the conversion of short-term memory into long-term memory. Pretty important, right? And in addition to supporting your memory, acetylcholine also promotes better focus and improves innovative thinking. Now, as acetylcholine is generated in the brain, we can't simply eat it. However, we can support the brain in this task by eating the nutrients that it needs to create it. And this may be shockingly more important than you just might think, as if we don't eat these nutrients that the brain needs to generate it, things can get a bit weird and zombie-like. Check this out. When your brain lacks acetylcholine and doesn't have the nutrients it needs to generate more of it, it will unfortunately break down its very own tissues to get what it needs to do so. So rather than allowing your brain to resort to this cannibalistic act of nutrient foraging, let's instead just make sure we load up on what our brain is clearly craving when acetylcholine is running low. And this substance is called choline. How original. When eaten, choline is one of the few substances that can safely cross what is known as the blood-brain barrier, allowing it to locate and directly feed the brain. And in case you're eager to start munching down on some choline, who isn't, right? Here are a few of the best choline-rich foods to eat, starting with some non-vegan options. Liver, egg yolks, fatty cheeses, beef, and shrimp. Now for some plant-based options. We have avocado, tofu, nuts, broccoli, sunflower lecithin, and non-GMO soy lecithin. Avocado shrimp omelets, anyone? Brain healthy nutrient number 4, probiotics. Many wise folks have said that to heal your brain, you must first heal the gut. Now, what does this mean? Well, for starters, did you know that your gut actually contains cells that communicate and support the function of your brain? So basically, if your gut's happy and healthy, your brain's going to be getting some positive vibes from down below, which does have a direct effect on how your brain functions. Luckily, there is a powerful nutrient that both supports the health of your gut and brain: probiotics. And here's how they work. By supplying your digestive tract with plenty of probiotics, you directly enhance the ability of your gut to absorb more nutrients from the food that you eat, allowing your body to send up the fuel that your brain needs for it to function properly. In addition to this, probiotics also help maintain and repair the gut lining and the blood-brain barrier, both of which are extremely important, as 1, a leaky gut will spill out toxins, chemicals, and undigested food into the bloodstream, which can then find their way up to the brain, causing inflammation and degeneration. And 2, the blood-brain barrier, which is the filter helping to keep out all but the essential nutrients from the blood that the brain needs. Once this becomes weakened, this will now allow for more larger and dangerous particles to enter and slap the brain around a bit, including those toxins spilled out from that leaky gut that we just discussed. The circle of life. Now, if all of this wasn't convincing enough, probiotics have also been shown to help reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and even improve overall mental performance. Let's now take a look at a few probiotic-rich foods for you to sample and start eating, which essentially is anything fermented. Now here are a few of my personal favorites: yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, natto, pickles, and kombucha. Brain-boosting nutrient number 5, antioxidants. Let's see if you've been paying attention so far. Which vitamin did I refer to earlier as the brain's most powerful antioxidant? Vitamin E, of course. You're right. Now, as antioxidants are so beneficial for the health of your brain, I wanted to take a moment to expand upon the many other tasty foods that you can eat beyond vitamin E to supply your brain with plenty of healthy antioxidants. But first, how do antioxidants even help the brain? Well, here's a few examples. They help to fight off free radical damage. They help to reduce inflammation. They help support the delivery of oxygen and blood to the brain. They provide many anti-aging benefits, and they even help to support the health and recovery of the brain after injury. So with that said, here are some of my favorite tasty antioxidant-rich foods to feed the brain. Walnuts, cinnamon, dark chocolate, green tea, spinach, apples, berries, and fish oil. If you're interested in learning more about antioxidants and free radicals, you're in luck, as I happen to have another video on this channel that goes into far more detail on the health benefits of antioxidants and how they help you fight against aging. You can find the link to that video in the description below. So there you have it, 5 powerful nutrients to feed your brain to maintain a sharp and healthy mind for the long and distant future. And now, as promised, here are my top 3 brain-boosting foods that I would like to recommend to you to maintain a healthy brain and tasty meals. Now, I've selected these foods based on the information shared today and, of course, my own personal opinion. 1. Salmon, as it's tasty and loaded with healthy omega-3s. 2. Spinach, as it's easy to add to any meal and loaded with brain-supportive nutrients and antioxidants. Side note, spinach and most leafy greens are also high in magnesium, which is also an essential mineral for proper brain function. 3. Eggs, as they are not only loaded with brain-boosting vitamins, but are also one of the best sources of choline that you can eat. And come on, it's pretty hard to argue that not only are eggs mighty tasty, but they're also one of the most versatile and easy to cook foods on the planet. Now, if my top 3 brain healthy food choices didn't satisfy you, then go ahead and browse the article linked below for a whole list of other options that you can browse around and choose your favorites. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would leave me a comment below, like this video, or even subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out on the many more upcoming videos to help improve your nutrition, fitness, or whatever else I come up with along the way, including the top foods to not feed your brain. So thanks again for watching, and all the best to you and your future health. So thanks again for watching, and all the best to you and your future health and happiness. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.